of migration and a cross-pollination of cultures have contributed enormously to Singapore's diverse and rich food heritage. In this series, we explore cuisines, dishes, and restaurants on our little island that have brought comfort to generations of Singaporeans and lionized our reputation as a foodie paradise. This week, I visit two Hainanese family businesses that are currently in the hands of third-generation owners, and both have been a part of Singapore's food history for decades. And my Makan Kaki this week is celebrity chef Melvyn Lee. So, Melvyn, here we are at Amoy Street Food Centre. There are a lot of really great stalls here, but what are we going to have?
Okay, so I'm going to bring you to a store that sells breakfast items, but they made it very modern and unique.
Oh.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. All right, Denise, so we're here with Jack and Anna, the owners of Coffee Break.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to I can really see the sibling resemblance.
Yeah.
I bet everybody says that.
Yes.
So it's nice to know it's all in the family, and I am curious about the whole family history.
So my grandpa started a coffee shop at East Reclamation Road, which is the former Tanjong Pagar Wharves.
Okay.
So after that, we moved to Teluk Blangah, where we had a proper coffee shop. And after that place was demolished, my dad moved to Buntat Street. And after that, in year 1999, my dad, he rented a stall over here.
Yeah.
So that's how it all began.
So in this business, is it just two of you guys?
I have a twin sister, so we run it with her, and then my dad is semi-retired.
So Dad still kind of has a hand in the
Yes, he spot checks now and then.
quality control.
Quality control,
Yes.
definitely.
But I'm sure since 1999, when your dad took over this unit, this stall has kind of undergone a little bit of a metamorphosis.
We were the ones who came up with the name. So one night while we were studying, my dad came into the room and he asked us, guys, what should I name my stall?
Right.
So after a quick round of brainstorming, we just said, why don't we choose Coffee Break?
Because you needed a break from studying, so yeah.
It's true.
coffee break.
It's true.
Good name.
You know what, guys? I have so many more questions, but I'm also very thirsty.
Okay, so I tried their coffee already,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you guys got more things to offer. Denise, something substantial, a breakfast, maybe? She really can eat, so you guys don't hold back, just bring out.
Morning.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Look at this menu. Besides the typical kopi and kaya toast, there are coffee and tea blends I've never seen before, and toast with different spreads. Yummy.
Okay, here you go. This one is the black sesame toast. It's our best seller here. And then we have the Kopi O Kosong with cream mousse. Sea salt caramel iced latte, another best seller. And we have the traditional Kopi O Kosong with butter.
Okay, wait. There is a very distinct situation going on, which is you are a traditional kopi stall in a hawker center, but there are some really non-traditional things going on here. This is what again?
Kopi O Kosong with cream mousse. So essentially it's a kopi C,
Yes?
but we put cream mousse inside instead of the evaporated milk.
Cream mousse.
So it's thicker
How
and
do you
fuller.
make cream mousse?
I got a feeling he's gonna say it's their family secret.
Secret.
You see the smiles? Is it?
We can
Share a bit.
But you'll have to kill us. With the spoon.
Talking about the spoon. Denise, you look at the spoon. It looks like it's been through World War II.
It looks like someone hammered it flat or something.
We did.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Why you hammer the spoon?
So this is the cream spread.
Why don't you just use a butter knife?
Yeah, other knives for
makes
this.
for wider surface area, so it's more efficient.
It's too narrow.
It's just
Who
their
came
style.
up with this? Like, is this like a dad or
Yes,
grandpa
it's a dad thing.
It's a dad.
Really? Yeah.
Hey, that's history in your hand, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna use history to put the butter inside the coffee, correct? Am I
Yes.
doing it right?
Yes.
Inside, and do I stir?
Actually, no.
No need to stir.
Just let it melt
Just
slowly.
look at these little golden globules. It looks beautiful. You know, the hipster cafes now have the bulletproof coffee, right? They'll charge you, what, $10 for a butter spun like coffee. But the Hainanese have been doing it for centuries, haven't they? This is truly the most traditional. Okay,
Bulletproof
so
coffee.
Is there a particular way we must drink it, or just like this?
Some people like to give it a good stir. Some
Yes.
people like to just swig it once they put the butter in.
Okay.
It's really up to personal preference.
There's this emollient mouthfeel. It feels really luxurious and naughty. But the butter is salted, right? So it gives a savory hint to the black coffee, which is quite acidic and it's bitter. I can see why it goes together. It's like a milk substitute, essentially,
Yes.
but naughtier.
My dad was the one who first started out introducing flavors like hazelnut kopi, Irish cream kopi, caramel kopi. So he was the OG of all our newfangled flavors.
Well done, Uncle.
Ah, innovating since 1999. I've tried this one. This is the sea salt
caramel latte. The sea salt is really sea salt, so we put it in the coffee and then we add a little bit of caramel to sweeten the coffee.
But it's not too sweet. I'm so sorry, Melvyn. I've literally just helped myself to everything.
Yeah,
You
please,
haven't
please.
tried anything
No, it's okay.
yet.
I'm waiting for the toast. After your coffee, then we can both dig into the toast.
Please, please.
Okay, okay, shall we?
Okay. Oh, your sesame paste is really quality, huh?
How do you do this?
So
It's
we make
good.
it from scratch. It's roasted black sass
Yeah.
with a little bit of sugar. And then we just mix it with water and then we just make it until the consistency is right. And then we serve it with butter because it balances out the bitterness. Right?
And the paste has a lot of texture because they use real good qualities black sesame.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So you can still feel the husk. So what were you guys doing before taking over the business?
I was doing freelance journalism for business magazines, and
I was in early childhood, so I taught preschoolers for around 3 years before I joined them.
Okay,
So
that will
from-
come in very handy when you want to handle unruly customers, difficult
It's my forte.
So you guys shared with us before this, you guys have quite comfortable jobs, huh?
Yeah.
Why would you swap that to being a hawker?
I'm a coffee drinker as well as a tea drinker myself. So when I drank coffee from other coffee shops and
Yeah.
even in cafes, I always found that there was something lacking.
Yes.
And I guess it's the taste of familiarity and the taste of home that made me really want to carry on this heritage that has been passed down from my grandfather to my father. I felt that it is a worthy endeavor.
What you're doing is what the hipster cafes are offering, but in a really familiar local setting. So you're keeping it real, and I really love that juxtaposition.
All right, you guys mentioned that black sesame is your best seller. Any other interesting flavors you all have?
Yeah, our second bestseller is the Earl Grey cream toast that
Earl
Jack
Grey.
came up with.
Wait, it's in toast as a spread?
Yes, with butter.
So everything here is like must have a slab of butter.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like
The
your
butter is
trademark.
the magic.
Butter makes
butter,
everything
cheese.
better.
Magic.
And besides that, I think Coffee Break, you guys have moved on and really looked towards the future, not just selling coffee. You guys have your own coffee blend, coffee powder. So if let's say you miss their coffee and then you want to make it at home, you can buy their coffee bean bag. I don't think it will be as good, right? But it's
Of course.
close.
Because we don't have the skills. What we're lacking is your special touch in it. Speaking of which, what are your plans for the future? Is this the one and only standalone Coffee Break? Do you have plans for world domination?
Yeah, have world domination as well. So we are looking for potential franchisees who are keen on expanding this community that we have built over the years.
Utmost admiration for what you guys are
Thank
doing.
you, thank you.
Thank you.
From the history, the legacy, and carrying it on to the future. Yeah, truly, we wish you all the best.
Thank you, thank you.
You can finish the
Wow,
rest.
thank you, thank you. Hey, Denise, enough or not?
Well, I feel like I could eat more.
I knew it.
As always.
Okay, so we finish up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you to somewhere else to eat again. Okay?
Okay, this was just the appetizer.
Yes.
I'll be back.
We eat a lot. No, but we eat a lot. So Denise, do you still have space to eat?
Always.
I've brought you to the oldest Peranakan restaurant in Singapore.
Wow,
Guan Hoe
no
Soon.
kidding.
You excited?
Yes.
Let's go.
Ironically, the oldest Peranakan restaurant in Singapore is not of Peranakan origin. In fact, the family's ancestors hail from Hainan Island. Today, the restaurant is run by third-generation owner Jenny and her husband Raymond.
My grandfather comes from China, Hainan Island. he worked as a housekeeper in the Peranakan family. Later, when he saved enough money, then he started his own coffee shop to do Peranakan food.
And also in this area?
Yes, Katong and Jutret area.
And then after that, your dad took over the...
Yeah, all this recipe was passed down from my grandfather to my dad.
Is your dad's name Guan Hoe Soon?
No, Guan Hoe Soon is my Akong three sons' name. Guan Hoe Soon.
That's so interesting. You never know if, like, we didn't ask you, you know?
Yeah.
We think that your dad's name is Guan Hoe Soon.
Yeah, exactly. Or one of your ancestors is called Guan Hoe Soon. But I love that because, you know, it really speaks of your heritage. It speaks of how this is really a family business.
So this is the bakwan kepiting soup. Ayam buah keluak,
Nice.
nonya chapchai, and our founder otak-otak.
So this one, bakwan kepiting, is the minced pork balls with the crab, right?
Yes, correct. Fresh crab meat. And our homemade sambal belacan.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Try this.
Whoa. Power.
Yes.
Whoa, that is spicy, but so good, so flavorful.
I'm very impressed with the ball, man.
The bakwan kepiting.
Yeah, the texture and the ratio of meat and fat is so balanced.
And don't forget, there's like crab in there as well. So there's a lot of flavor, sweetness, umami.
So back in the day, coming here, Grandpa always ordered the chapchai. That's his favorite. But now tasting the food really brings me back to those days with my grandpa dining here.
And so the chapchai, we use a lot of teochew.
Yeah, that's my grandpa's favorite, teochew. And really, I think you guys did a fantastic job keeping the recipe since grandpa's time, right?
Yeah.
Until now, and like last time being a kid, tasting it, and now being a grown man, it tastes the same. So this is a very powerful thing with food, that you can bring somebody back in time and remember what they tasted in their childhood. I think you guys did a fantastic job.
I just ate the otak-otak. Also very good, firm, bouncy, spicy.
Otak-otak is made of all fish. Yeah, all
Yeah,
fish.
you can taste it in the texture.
Yeah.
So your grandpa was Hainanese, and he came here learning Peranakan cuisine. Wasn't he tempted to tweak the recipe a bit?
Because when you cook for Peranakan family, you must really cook the very traditional, authentic way. If you tweak it already, the Nyonya will just scold you. What is
You
this?
don't want to be scolded by
Yeah.
Bibi, for sure.
They are very fierce.
You see, that's why the flavor is still original from last time to now. So what was it like having to work for the family business back in the day?
I started very young when I finished my O-level, when I was around 17 years old. Then my parents asked me to come back and join the restaurant.
Yeah. So what was the first job that they gave you in the restaurant?
Help outside to serve customer. When customer asks us to serve the dishes, or when they order and the dishes don't have, they will start scolding me.
Oh no! So you learned the hard way.
Definitely.
So are all the recipes kind of written in a book somewhere?
Now when I'm old already, I started to write my own recipe. So all my assistant chef, they have to follow the recipe. In Peranakan food, you must not always stinge on your ingredients. This is very important.
That's what my mom says all the time.
You must use the freshest ingredient and the right ingredient to cook all the food. And last time, Peranakan Nyonya, they always use agaration. Not enough, add a little bit salt lah.
Yeah, put a little bit, one handful, you eyeball it, you see a bit, and it's hard to actually perfect it right
now.
now.
We do all
recipes.
the standard way.
This is like, I think, the hallmark of many Peranakan people. When they come, they eat your food, are they always gonna go, actually, this one, you can improve like this, or you should add more of this and that. How do you handle it?
I cannot say I can fulfill 100% of all the Peranakan family, but I can fulfill at least 80%, which I'm also very happy already.
And this is third generation. Do you have hopes for the future? Will there be a fourth, fifth, sixth generation?
I did ask my children whether they want to join in, but none of them is interested.
Oh no! Are you sure?
Yeah, because they have their professional work. So I also don't want to force them.
And I think the pressure is there because, you know, grandpa,
Yes.
mom has done the business so well. So if they're going to take it over, well, the bar is set pretty high.
Yeah, I think that upholding a tradition is extremely important and hard work. But you know, this is why Peranakan food is really kind of like a dying art. I feel like I need to eat more while I still can. Okay, so this is ayam buah.
Yes.
But the buah is also stuffed with minced pork, right?
Yeah, minced pork and fish meat. Yeah.
The gravy is a little bit tangy. You know, the thing about Peranakan food is it's really hard to describe because it's so nuanced. There are so many layers of flavors. It's deep, you know? I like the guar. The guar is tangier than what I'm used to, but I like the tanginess.
Why?
Oh no, maybe the tanginess kind of cuts how lemak it is. So, do you also cook as well, Jenny?
Not now.
But you used to?
Yes, definitely.
Because Raymond is now in
yes.
charge of the kitchen.
Yes.
Who's the better cook, you or Raymond?
Definitely him.
Wow, so sweet.
Yeah, but this is all your family's recipe.
Yes, from my grandfather.
So, like, how did they trust Raymond enough to hand these heirloom recipes over? You know, because they always are very precious to the family, right?
Yes, because my husband is a very hardworking and smart man. He married the right wife.
I like that.
I learned how to go one well. Right.
My stomach is clapping for you. Thank
you,
so
thank you.
good.
Needless to say, I am in Peranakan heaven. Seeing how much we're enjoying our meal, Jenny's letting us take a peek in their kitchen, and we get to meet her husband and head chef Raymond. But not before I finish my lunch. Third-generation owner Jenny has been running Guan Hoe Soon Peranakan restaurant for the last 34 years. And after a delicious lunch, Melvyn and I want to give our compliments to the head chef Raymond, who is also Jenny's husband.
This is my husband, Raymond.
Chef.
I leave you to him.
Okay, thank you. Hi,
Welcome
chef.
to my workshop.
Wow. Are we supposed to be
Don't worry,
helping?
you won't have to go through the whole process. I make it short for you.
Okay. How many years did it take you to perfect your Peranakan recipes?
To be perfect, at least about 8 years.
Have you always been in culinary?
Before that, I was in the forces, the Navy, as a mechanic engineering side.
Whoa.
Then after, when I met my wife, then I realized she's running F&B. After the second week, I was told to come and work here. So from there, I pick up the trade.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do is do marketing. You must know your ingredients, know your vegetable, know the type of fish, the prawns, everything before you start to go into cooking.
Yes.
Right,
That is the main thing you should know.
Do we have to pay you to learn today?
Don't worry. Okay, so I prefer you to put on your glove.
Yes, please.
Do the
Hygiene first, right?
Hygiene, yes.
Okay.
Right hand first.
What are we doing today, chef?
Okay. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna dig out the meat inside and
Go rake the buah keluar's flesh.
Yes, it become like that.
Okay.
So after that you finish, you're gonna do the stuffing which we have mixed with pork and fish back into this. So you want to start what?
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Smells very familiar.
This is black gold, okay?
Yes, it's very expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
The price from 60 per kg
Yeah.
till now is about $6 over.
Why is it there's such a big price increase?
When there's demand,
And
price will go up.
that's true. And also it's very difficult to get to the good stuff because these are actually poisonous,
Actually,
right?
you know how this is in the process of doing this? When
Please share
they
with us,
harvest on the ground, then later they have to bury it in volcano soil for 3 days. It's the way how you treat it. In the beginning, when we start to do this trade, you have to soak it for 3 days, 4 days, then before you start to cut. You remember this is Melvyn.
Yes.
But now, after nearly 10 years, I cut short. I boil the thing 3 times.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
After you finish, immediately you cut. So the water will not go inside and it will be very nice. It's still dry inside, so it will become like that.
Right. But I noticed, you see from this lot here, some come out beautiful and whole and firm. Some come out quite mushy, a different paste, and then some come out quite dry.
But can they all be used? They can, right?
It can be
Whether
used, yes. It's the same, it can become like that. So let's say when you dig out, we see this out. you just throw it away. So we get a nice one. So what you gotta do now, you do another simple job for me.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, so you're supposed to take this
Yep.
and push it in. Then
This
use
is the one you said you mix with the
pork.
pork already.
And fish.
use your finger, press it.
Press and
Looks
smear.
very nice.
Oh, you've smoothed it out completely
Yes.
into a little hollow.
If you don't push it, you cook, the thing will drop out.
Drop out.
You can't put too much. Right, good enough.
Can?
Yeah,
Pass not, chef. Can,
can pass.
Okay.
Tomorrow you can start working.
Sure.
Okay, boleh tak?
Boleh. Pandai ya.
Denise, you heard or not?
What?
Chef Raymond said we can start work tomorrow already.
Okay. All right.
You got no reaction, no? I think you didn't hear what he said.
I wasn't. I was admiring my work just now.
Nice job.
Yes, thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you. I've watched my mom and I'm like, Mummy, how do I know when this is ready? And she's like, you listen lah,
No.
you see lah. Then I'm like, how?
Agak-agak lah.
Yes,
Agak-agak.
exactly.
Your, what Chinese saying is your 五官. You
All
must-
your
all your
five
senses.
Yeah.
Yeah, your eyes, your smell, your ear, something is wrong. Better.
I think I got one sense that I need to test.
Yeah.
My taste buds.
Just that, I want to use all my
Okay.
senses. I need to eat, I want
worry.
to smell, I want to taste.
I understand.
Thank you, chef. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your job.
Thank you, chef. Thank you.
Thank you, chef.
Okay,
That's
Yay.
great.
see you outside.
Thank you, chef.
Okay, thank you so much.
Being in the kitchen is not my forte, and for that little bit of hard work, I am so ready to be rewarded with something deliciously sweet and cold.
Wow.
It's a chendol. Very good gula melaka where we boil for 8 hours.
Wow. It's almost too pretty to eat, no?
Huh? I really start chiseling away already.
So we're just gonna smash into it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, they certainly don't skimp on ingredients. Look at this.
Yeah.
So much chendol and red bean. Wow,
That's super good.
that's really rich and robust. Melvyn, thank you so much for bringing me here, because honestly, you know, if you're Peranakan, you very rarely go out to eat Peranakan food. You'll just eat it at home, right? So I'm really glad you convinced me to come here to open up my taste buds and my horizons.
Thanks for coming. Then I can order more. If I come alone, I can't order as much. So I'm so glad.
What are you trying to say, Grandpa? And me?
No,
What?
because I have another person to dine with, so I can order more. Man. You know how I finish.
I'm not even denying it.